two are really mutually exclusive. And this is one of the greatest lies. It's a very popular prevailing opinion that Christianity should only operate outside the parameters of everyday life. Well, how silly is that? It's Christianity, God is involved, created everything. How could you put up a wall of separation between God and anything? Because he created everything. People say it should not be discussed in polite society. It's restricted and unlawful to discuss Jesus Christ in schools, universities, even the workforce. You can get fired for talking about the Bible or Jesus. It's likewise prohibited in government, in the forming of laws. The discussion of Christianity they say, should be contained to exist only within the four walls of a church. In other words, they want to box us in, Christians, that we can only talk about Jesus within the four walls of the church, and we can't talk to anybody outside of it. None of that is true as far as the design of what God intended. We are all supposed to be ministers of the word. We're all supposed to be ambassadors. We're all supposed to be witnessing Christ. And in America, everybody says this term, separation of church and state, separation of church and state. I think everybody here knows that term never appears in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, the Federalist Papers. None of the place. As a matter of fact, of the 13 original colonies, 12 had Jesus Christ or God mentioned in them. And it was only a personal letter from Jefferson to a church that he used the phrase separation of church and state. And did you know that Jefferson was one of the least quoted founding fathers for 100 years until they found that one phrase, and now he's the most quoted founding father. And he was just writing a letter saying to the church, there's a wall of separation between the government and the church. It's a one-way wall. The government should not be legislating the church. However, the church, the Christians, should be influencing the government. And many of the founding letters, and you'll find this. One of the original signers of the Declaration was a pastor, okay? Now, people also say, well, we can't let religion into legislative stuff because you can't legislate morality. How many times have you heard that?